Perpendicular bisectors, where do they meet at?
In the middle, or inside the triangle.
The what'd you say?
Inside the triangle.
Yeah, but what's the point they meet at called? That's what I mean. Circumcenter. Something special about the circumcenter is that it's equidistant from every vertex. It's the same length. Alright, it's called a circumcenter because if we drew a circumscribed circle, if I drew it well anyway, this would be the center of it. It's way too big, but anyways. The other thing we did yesterday was 217. You guys remember what this was called? The altitude. And altitudes can be used to measure the height. It's like you go up to the top and drop a line straight down. Notice it's not going through the middle. It is a 90-degree angle. It does go through the middle if it's like a isosceles triangle. It could go through the middle, but not normally. And where do all altitudes? It's not cutting it in half, no. It's used to measure the height, so you have to drop straight down at 90-degree angle. Yeah, it's called the orthocenter. There was nothing special about the orthocenter. Okay, today we're adding two more, and these are like the last two for this kind of triangles, line stuff. Let's see, what was the first one? Medians, I guess. Came first. What does median mean outside of, like, normally?
Middle.
Kind of, yeah.
It's like number, middle.
Yeah, if you have a bunch of numbers in order, the median is the number in the middle. But what about, like, the highway? Do you guys know what the median is in the highway?
The thing that's keeping you from falling off.
The strip in the middle of the highway. It's called the median. Okay, so a median goes from a vertex to the middle of the opposite side. So it's kind of like that. Okay, is that an altitude? No, altitudes look more like this. Go straight down. Okay, is it a perpendicular bisector? No, because perpendicular bisectors don't usually touch the vertex at all, and they're also perpendicular. Anyways, medians go to the middle. So if I draw all three of these, they meet at a point again, and the point is called the centroid. I feel like this, maybe on Monday we'll try to think of a acronym to remember all these. We'll put our brains together and see if we can figure one out. But this one I feel like is the easiest because that kind of sounds like middle and that sounds like center. And anyways, centroid. And then the last one, we've actually seen this word before. Angle bisectors. So angle bisectors split the angle exactly in half. So it doesn't go to the middle. These two angles, if you do it right, these two angles should look alike. Okay, because a bisector splits the angles in half. It doesn't go to the middle. It's not the altitude. Altitude would be like straight down. It just splits the angle in half. So something like that, something like that. It's too high. Still not a great drawing, but there, that looks better. Okay, anyway, all these are going to be the same because the angle bisector splits the angle into two. And they meet at the incenter. Okay, do you guys remember yesterday the circumcenter is called the circumcenter because it's the center of a circumscribed circle. I already did this part, but the incenter is called the incenter because it's the center of an inscribed circle. Okay, inscribe being inside, if I do it right. Anyways, what it does, what's special about it is it should be equidistant from every side of the triangle. I didn't draw it very well because this doesn't look very centered, but this length and this length and this length should all be the same. In center, and okay, there is something about the centroid. The centroid meets 2/3 of the way from the vertex to the other side. So if this was like 10 from here to here, this would be like 5 from here. This is 1/3 of the total distance. This is 2/3 of the total distance. 10 is 2/3 of 15. 5 is 1/3 of 15. So if this was like 6, this would be like 3. Okay, you see the pattern, maybe not, but the centroid is 2/3 of the way down the median. What else? I feel like I'm forgetting something, but maybe not. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If I think of something else, we'll mention it on the way. Okay, number 1 is combining everything from from yesterday and today. So in that picture, number 1A, which of those is the angle bisector? How did you know it's YD? Because it shows a little, if you look up at Y, it shows 2 little arcs, which means those 2 little angles are equal. Therefore, YD must be an angle bisector. That was A. B,
BX.
perpendicular bisector. Okay, both perpendicular, yes, it is AC. Both AC and BX are 90 degrees, so they are both perpendicular, but only one of them is splitting the side in half. That's the bisector part. AC splits the side in half because if you look on either side of A, it's got those marks, which means XA and AY are the same. So, also, the altitude has to, anyway. Forgot already. AC or CA, same thing. C, which one is the altitude? XB. It goes from the vertex, drops straight down to the other side, makes 90-degree angle. It could use to be measure the height of the triangle. If you use the other side as the base. D, median. Remember, median means it goes to the middle, from the vertex to the middle. So which one is that?
XB?
XB was the altitude.
AZ.
AZ, yeah. A is definitely the middle because those 2 sides are the same. And Z, yeah. AZ. Only one we hadn't used yet. Goes from the vertex to the middle. Okay. Number 3. So on number 2 and 3 in that picture, what are those lines like? Ray OV is, or actually it's Ray OS, I guess. Ray OS is a what?
Where?
On that picture in 2 through 7. OS is a what? Oh, is that a Q? Sorry. Need some glasses. QS is a what?
A median.
No. Okay, just like the last problem, because it's showing those 2 angles are the same with the little arc symbol, these are angle bisectors. So on number 3, it says point S is the what of the triangle. Where do angle bisectors meet at? It's called the incenters, yes. because a circle with radius of ST is the blank circle. So what did I call it when you draw the circle inside the shape?
Angle bisected?
Inside. Okay, number 5 is not a trick question. If SU is 8, SU is basically how far is the in center from the side of the triangle. How long is ST? Also 8. Yeah, that's the special thing about in centers, they're the same distance from the side. Number 7. Angle VRS equals blah, blah, blah. Angle URS equals blah, blah, blah. What do we know about angle VRS and URS from that picture? They are the same. If you look in the bottom right corner, VRS and URS are the two halves of that angle that they mark as congruent with the three arc symbols. So if those two angles are the same, what am I going to do is 7x minus 1 and 5x plus 5. Make them equal. The angles are the same, therefore their stuff is equal. So how do I solve this for x?
Subtract 5x from 7x.
Subtract 5x.
Plus 1.
Look at Luke, still got the algebra skills. Haven't lost it.
Divide by 2.
Okay, is that the answer? Of course not. You silly, silly people. Okay, we're looking for angle VRU. How could we find angle VRU?
Who dares?
Yeah, each of those little angles is half of angle VRU. So we just find one of those little angles and then double it. So in other words, plug in x equals 3 to one of these angles. So 7 times 3 minus 1 is 20. So one of those little angles is 20 degrees, therefore angle VRU, the big angle, is 40. That's the actual answer.
So 40 is the answer?
Yes.
No.
He's not laughing now.
That wasn't really funny.
Yeah, he was not. He was actually not amused by that.
Okay, sorry.
There is something on this earth. There is something on this earth he doesn't find funny.
It's on my shoe.
He also doesn't like it whenever you steal his phone.
What?
He's not laughing when you steal his phone.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna be
When both of them steal my stuff, I get serious. I want to hurt
If
them.
you steal my Chromebook,
You want to carry out violence.
short you don't want to see the dark
Where did you
side.
go with these phones?
You might know he has a duty watching.
No, it's not. I was saying, I'm using it all.
All right. Where are we? I'm lost. Number 9, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Number 8 says name the medians. Number 9 says what's point D. So where do the medians meet at? What was that called?
Centroid?
Centroid. Good job.
You're so smart. He's over there blushing.
I might. What were you going to say?
He said, Luke, you're super smart.
I didn't even hear him say that.
Okay.
He wants to hear
On
Hank say it again.
11. Shh. Okay. It says BZ is 15. Find BD. You guys see BZ in the picture? It's 15. This one's a little bit harder to remember. Do you guys remember what I said about centroids and like how long BD would have to be?
2/3 from vertex.
Yeah, that's right. It's gonna be, BD is gonna be 2/3 of the median. So if the whole median BZ is 15, then BD is gonna be 2/3 of 15. How do we find 2/3 of 15 though? No.
You put it
Multiply.
When you multiply a fraction, it actually gets smaller. You guys know that? 15 times 2/3 is 10. Yeah.
Mr. Jordan.
So on not 16, number 12, it says AY is 21, find DY. So what fraction of AY is DY? No, DY is the shorter version,
7.
1/3.
so it's 1/3.
Wait.
DY is 1/3 of AY.
Who's doing that?
All right, 13 is the pretty pictures. These pictures are not as weird as yesterday's. We're supposed to draw these again, but there's not going to be like outside the triangle stuff or anything like that. But there is still, it still has one acute, one right triangle, and one obtuse triangle. It doesn't really matter exactly what they look like. Okay, and we are drawing what?
Angle pass.
Angle bisectors. So, I don't know, just imagine this is like an alligator's mouth, and he's like spitting directly out of the middle of his mouth. It doesn't, it shouldn't hit the opposite side in the middle. It should just, it goes wherever it goes, but, so you see how I did that? Just use your imagination, spits right out of the middle of the mouth.
I don't remember carving out.
You should use a longer. I mean, imagine like seeing an alligator and he spits at you.
That'd be pretty cool. I hate monkeys.
I think they hissed. I don't know if they spit.
They do his. So the alligators.
That's how they threaten. It's like the dogs you're on. You're supposed to label the in-center as with an I also, but that's...
They're just little swamp cookies. What's number 5?
Number 6.
Then what's number 8?
We didn't do 8. It's an even.
What's number 11? Let me guess. It's 10.
Yeah. Were you actually watching on that part? Okay. So same thing on all these. You guys probably don't really need to look at the picture. Just split the angles in half. It's hard for me to do this exactly right, but split. Just be a little bit careful. I don't know that looking at my picture would be necessarily helpful. Just look at your picture.
You should watch Dexter.
You told me that already.
Well, have you watched it yet?
You shot
Actually, I think like 15 years ago, I did see some of the first season or something like that.
You didn't like it?
Not enough to watch more.
Dexter.
You ever watch Donnie Darko?
It's a little bit too
I
dark.
mean, I watched it.
Yeah.
It was so confusing why he just killed the dude. 'Cause he
I like rainbow and sunshine. Not.
You killed him, you died.
So it's same with
Mr. Jordan, are you gonna watch Trolls?
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna bother watching
On
30
repeat.
minutes.
Are you?
No, I think I'm too old to watch Trolls.
I'm watching it already.
Or some mine, like, all this.
Outside and
I will-
I do.
I'll still watch like
I'm not allowed to watch Family Guy.
Like I watched Toy Story 3.
It's the friendliest version of
That's a classic.
And I
Well,
watch
no,
it.
the Turtles.
And I was probably like 30 when that came out, or however
Family,
long it was.
Family Guy,
My favorite
Family Guy's
character
rating
is
is 14.
Yeah, but now that, like.
They're okay, but they have
bad
so
days-
much language.
I watch Family Guy when I eat dinner. What do you mean?
Well, duh.
Okay.
I'll let you watch anything.
Are you guys good on these?
Oh, that's the answers?
Family Guy's hilarious though.
On 16, we're supposed to draw the same thing with medians. Medians are kind of easy. I feel like they're easy anyway. Because median just means you go to the middle. So you go from the vertex, maybe put a mark in the middle there, and just connect the dots. Vertex, middle.
That wasn't funny.
And we're supposed to label the in center with G. Or sorry, the centroid with G, I mean.
How curious.
I can understand.
Just make your lines, you don't need to copy this, just make your lines go to the middle of the opposite side. That is all.
You like Metallica?
Oh, I couldn't name a song they sing. So I'm gonna say no. I'm sure I would recognize it if you played some.
Yeah. Who do you listen to?
Nobody in particular.
When you get home, what do you do, Mr. Jordan?
Grade.
Okay,
Probably grades.
just depends.
I saw you at Homeland that one time, so.
Homeland?
We didn't see him.
Did I see you? I don't remember seeing you.
Land not see me.
You didn't see
So
me.
you were stalking him.
If I was at Homeland, it's because I was buying stuff for the senior
Hey.
store.
Wait, the one year.
I saw you at your home.
You don't know where I live.
Calisters in Barnesville?
You don't know where I live.
Yes.
Bro, you need to get a life and go outside.
Please.
Please
Go
go
outside.
outside.
What do you say?
He has
Part
no
of town do I live
windows and Calisters here.
Bro, shut the part up.
I went to all of Barnesville, I've never seen a single.
Part of town do I live?
I've been to McAllister's and I've lived
My
here for
mom
like 4
works
months.
at a Homeland.
I've been here for a year.
I
I've
live
lived-
Do I live
I've
downtown,
never seen a
west
single
side,
house.
or east side?
East side.
That's such a quick.
I live in the country.
Yeah, that's a trick question.
Trick question.
I've been through all of Barnesville, I've never seen a single house.
You didn't even go to watch it down.
This is what
I
happened.
know, so see if you even thought of
other
the
games
country.
except for Halo.
Yeah,
You
because
knew
you
where
live in the middle of
We
nowhere.
other games,
Yeah.
but I can't play Halo.
I don't live downtown, I live in.
I don't think I heard this one
It's
very well.
downtown.
Bro, I live, yeah.
Ginger system.
You know what
That's it.
You know where Guam is?
Yes.
You know where Guam is?
There's two
Yeah.
Guams.
The bigger one, the bigger one. You have never, you've been to that place, right?
Yes.
And you have never seen the building next to it that says McAllister.
No.
You've
Are you
never been to
serious?
McAllister's?
I went to the one here, yeah, I didn't even know where it was. McAllister's here in Barnesville.
Oh my gosh.
Don't touch grass, please.
You dare see what happens.
You want a bit?
I wouldn't
I
say
weigh
that.
202 pounds.
Luke, are you threatening to fight a woman?
No.
I feel like Luke's one of those people that says, I touch grass every day, and he has a pet, he has a plant.
I do
on
touch grass.
It's like,
I do touch grass.
power stairs. Let's play video games, I guess.
Woo.
Or he just says,
I do touch grass.
Grass?
he touches grass.
Of course you reckon.
I can play Halo. Hey, I can play Halo, but not Fortnite.
Alright,
Said about the-
are you guys good? Shh. Let's move on. Okay. 23. Probably should draw this. Maybe you guys can try 22 while I'm trying to reproduce this.
22.
Is 22 a bonus?
24, I mean.
Yeah.
You back to work.
I need to talk to Renee. I just want to know what the bathroom was. Down.
That's crazy. It's rabbit season.
Wait.
Rabbit
Rabbit
season.
season.
I think it's every season. Just don't get caught. Like,
It's rabbit season.
It's duck season.
Rabbit season.
Duck season.
Rabbit season.
Duck season is actually
All right,
season.
all right.
Sound like Owens to shut your.
It's your Jordan season.
It's.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
I think I understand it a little more.
It's a.
I take that back. What is this?
It's what?
This is a gigantic.
Okay, on 23, does BF equal DF? Does BF equal DF?
Yes.
Well, you're right, but we gotta say why.
Angle, side angle.
Mm, well, no, we don't have that info. We have angle and side, but that's not why. Okay, it's because they put these marks right here. If F is on the, oh, actually we do have angle, side, now that I put that in there. But that's not what they wanted. Because F is on the angle bisector, it's gonna be right between these two sides of the angle. So yes, because F is on the angle bisector.
So yeah,
Brian, you better be really good.
why? Because I have 18 demerits.
Yes.
I'm impressed how you're like.
I am.
How could you get that many? How's it possible?
I think it's in English. That's what happened in English.
I want to half wish better first before going to the bathroom.
I do actually ask her, but even if I get back
Dude,
late,
I asked
she
her,
counts.
she said no, like,
What? You just have to go potty.
I don't know.
It's either I ask her and she says no, or I ask her and even if I'm late, she still counts me late. Even if I ask her.
That makes sense. No, it
Used to
doesn't.
be.
No. I think she just used to.
I don't think I counted you late every time you were late in here though, so that probably makes up for it.
Thank you.
No.
Just hold it.
Just hold it. How about I just go like,
So,
never mind.
are like almost all those from Tardy? Just a ton of Tardies?
17 of them,
Explain number
17 of them are from
24?
Tardis.
Oh my
Bro,
god.
you like, how many? How is it? How are they not using that?
17 are from Tardis.
What was the 18 from?
The 18th was from.
Oh, you had two from last
We're
year.
gonna pull up a few.
Yeah, I had three from last year, plus the Tardis, and I just got a recent one.
2 more than.
For being late again? That is crazy.
No,
I got it. I need.
Okay,
arguing with Mrs. Mayor.
Can you imagine?
25, hush, hush, hush. It says angle ACE is 70 degrees. So, you guys see angle ACE?
Yeah.
I know Wally.
Okay, hush. It's this big angle in this corner. So if this whole thing is 70, and these two are the same, what is each of these angles?
35.
35. We're gonna need that. Because the question is, find angle CFD. Okay, Luke, do you know where CFD is? Angle CFD?
Yes.
CFD. So that is right there. So how could I find this angle?
Add 90 plus 35. And then subtract it.
I was going to say that, but okay.
Well, I wasn't necessarily asking you on that one. So, yeah, these three make up a triangle, so they have to add up to 180. So 180 minus 35 plus 90 is 125, so it's 55 degrees.
Do you want any pets?
Okay, once you go on to 27, these no longer apply. You can't use the angles from a different problem. Okay. 27 says angle AGE is 130. You guys see AGE in the picture?
Yes.
This large angle back here. I'll just point at it. It's right there. Angle AGE is 130. Find, what are we finding?
ACF.
ACF. ACF. So that would be this one, like in here. Let's put X there. Okay. This one's tricky because you have to, really to do this, you kind of need to extend this line to make a triangle.
So is that answer 24?
I don't know. I forget what 24 is. Are CF and G collinear?
Just lost my.
Yes, they are collinear because G would have to be on the angle bisector because it's the same distance from each side of the angle.
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
Okay, G would be on the angle bisector because it's the same distance from each side of the angle.
That was Paxton.
Okay, this goes back to the test we just took. When you extend this line, the angle bisector, it creates these two large triangles, right? And why do I know these two large triangles are the same? Whoa, boy.
Side, angle, side. No, angle, side.
Okay, they have this side in the middle. They have 90-degree angles, and they have this side over here. It's angle side side, which is not one, it's hypotenuse like. Because anyway, the triangles are the same. Therefore, these two angles would be the same. So if the whole thing is 130, what's one of these little angles? 65. Okay, this is 65. This is 90. How do I find this guy? Or same, it might have actually been this one, but it's the same triangle.
180.
180. 180 minus, it's in a triangle, so they have to add up to
I was
180.
being quiet.
So it's 180 minus 65 plus 90.
So I was right for it, or something like the same thing.
I guess, were you about to say that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is 155, 180 minus 155 is...
Now I feel dumb for not saying it.
You blew your chance. You could have been...
I can see